Hi everyone, welcome to issue number 5 of Warhammer Imperium. With this issue you get your Space Marine Primaris Captain, the exclusive sculpt for this particular series of part works. So you get your Imperium magazine and you get your Captain. We will come on to the Captain as always at the end. Right, so here we go. So with this we get the magazine, and it looks like we've got a second trifold page to add into our folder when we get it, which for me I believe is in the next delivery. So at the end of October, start of November, I should get my first folder for free. That is a trifold info sheet, basically the dynastic hierarchy for the Necrons by the look of it. Necron society is organised to strict dynastic codes, from the imperious nobility all the way down to the mighty legions that march out to enforce their masters' wills. Few tomb worlds break from the rigid martial order, for it has served the Necron race well for many thousands of years. So opening up, we just have some information on Necrons at war. Hierarchy of the Necrons. And in the centre spread we've got some nice pictures of the Necrons on the march. And then on the rear page is just the final bit of that information. So, Imperium number 5, we will learn about our Primaris Captain, discover Space Marine chapters, and take your captain to battle. And as always, at the front of the magazine, we have information on the Primaris Captain, decorated company commander. Now, there are a couple of things here with regards to information such as on his Crux Terminatus and marksman honours, etc., and the Imperial Laurel. Now the pistol that he's got looks like a Neo-Volkite pistol. And then on the back you get your battle record for your captain. Then we go into tools of war, information about power weapons at the moment, or melee weapons. And then if you remember back in issue 1 we had that trifold sheet for Warzone Ramesses, and this looks like a continuation of that information. So as I said previously, it looks like Warzone Ramesses will be an ongoing Warzone story arc, potentially for this collection. Important locations on Megara. So we've got the Van Stad Spaceport, Blast Mine Theta, Administratum Complex, and Necron Repair Facility. So there's another story here, Heart of the Storm. Because I haven't read the other one, I don't know if this is a continuation. But from their lair deep within the warp, the bloodthirsty Crimson Slaughter have emerged to strike at the Imperium. In their path stay the Fulminators, a chapter of Space Marines beneath the spires. Sorry, a chapter of Primaris Space Marines. Beneath the spires of the Shrine World, Tamiya's pride, loyalists and traitors clash in the midst of a violent storm. So, if I remember rightly, Crimson Slaughter were the Chaos Space Marines from Dark Vengeance. So there you go. Right, how to build your Primaris Captain. It just goes on tips for mould line removal. And then put in this person together. How to paint your Primaris Captain, which, to be honest, is just going to be bringing him up to the same level that you have your troops already. So that's just going to be blue and gunmetal. And then rallying the troops, the playthrough. So it looks like we... Do you know, that looks like the smaller battle mat this time round, potentially. And you've got your captain and your 3 destroyers. And then it goes through the playthrough, step by step. And there you go. Right, looking forward. So the next one that I have is number 6 with the aggressors. We then get, in issue 7, 3 extra paints, and that's your lot by the look of it. So it's going to be Mechanica Standard Grey, Corax White, and Retributor Armour. And there you go. That's the magazine. Let's have a look at the mini. I'm undecided what I'm going to do with this. With regards to having him join my Green Wing. But there you go. It's nice that on this one they haven't put a chapter marker on the shoulder pauldrons, on the shoulder pads, or on the knee pads either. So that is nice. So you can literally make this captain up as you see fit. I prefer helmeted heads, so I may have a look and see if I've got a spare helmet lying around that I can use to pop on this chap. And obviously there is a command badge on his non-chapter shoulder with the laurel wreaths and the skull. So there you go, and you get a 40mm round base. So come back in a mo and we'll build this. So let's have a look at building this Primaris Captain. A couple of things I need to point out before we get going. The first one is that because I have decided to give my captain a helmeted head, I'm using, I think this might be an old or spare helmet from the Blade Guard veteran kit from Indomitus. You will have to clip the helmet that would normally be positioned here on his butt. So it's a captain's butt, but it's not America's butt. Let me know if you get the reference. America's ass. So that being said, you clip the helmet, but then you're left with a bit of a gap here. So I may try and find something to just go there. I think I have some Primaris pouches kicking around somewhere, so I may use one of those. Now, the other thing is that I'm going to add in a couple of Dark Angels iconography bits. So I've got this pouch and a lanyard and weighted winged angel and a winged dagger and censer, which I'm going to put on his backpack. Now I'm going to do that first on the backpack, and essentially this is essentially just going to go there and there, a bit of glue around the bottom there, because I found that this does sit quite nicely like so. Oh, she said, quite nicely like so. and that's the reason why I wanted to glue that first, just to give it time to go off a little. Now, the first thing that you need to do, according to the instructions, is glue his ass into place, which goes there. It then says you need to glue his cloak on, which I'm not going to do, because I'm going to leave his cloak off so that I can make it easier to paint. Now, he's got the lower parts of his legs and I forgot to do this one. And his left leg is stood on a tactical rock. And that it goes into position like so. Little bit of glue there, and just a bit more to ensure it's good. And then his left leg goes into position like so. That's his legs. So he will stand like thus. Now he is standing and looking to his left. So I will need to just position his lid like so, and that it's just going to go on like that. And then all being well, that should like that. Brilliant. Right, so that's in position. So his right arm has his pistol. I'm going to pop him on his base just to try and make that a little bit easier. So as you can see, stood on a Mark 1 tactical rock, which seems to be Games Workshop's default setting for a lot of command figures. And now there is a little bit of keying, but it's so subtle, getting the position is a little tricky. So far, this is how our captain looks. Now, let's have a look and see how much interference Right, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this weighted icon, Dark Angel's icon, just there. And then just popping the cloak back on. And then, by the look of it, your sword goes in like thus. So, just a tad little bit, so that I can get it located. Like that. And then, as a final piece, here's Crux Terminatus and Lanyard go in at the top, just here, like thus. Now, his backpack with the icon is there, which will obviously go onto the rear like so, and then his shoulder pad, which I'm leaving off because of the way that the cloak is moulded, will go onto his arm like so. But you get the gist of it. Slight conversion. I've given him a helmeted head, I've removed the helmet off his waistband, and I've added in a couple of chapter specific icons to really denote that he is definitely a Dark Angel. Hopefully you'll join me on the next one. Alright, take care. Bye.